Okay, you're ready for something different under the budget watch category? You know, some people have commented on my videos, like I have been very cautious with homages or stating what they are homages of, and some have been critical in the comments that I don't know what I'm talking about. And I will admit, at times I bought watches like this Proxima, and it was a homage of a sea wolf. Did not know it. Admit it. Until I totally admit it over and over again. Don't know all of them. So that made me decide to do this video. Look at very expensive watches and tell you what is close in the budget affordable. And yes, I use Aliexpress for the budget affordable. And I'm picking some major looks that you might want to add to your collection if you're trying to buy affordable watches and you know you can't spend $8,000, $6,000, $3,000 on each one of these. So let's just jump right into it. The Rolex Submariner. Wow, you know, this is a gorgeous watch copied by a lot. And I say copied to a degree. They're not all exactly the same. So here's my goal. I'm looking at these watches and I'm going, the Rolex is a 41 millimeter, runs for $10,000 on the Rolex website. And its thickness is 12.8. So I want to match up a watch that matches up to the specs as close as I can. So we're taking a look at the Rolex, and the steel dive is the one that I think is the closest. So here we go. It matches the Rolex with a 41 millimeter case size without the crown. The thickness is 13.5. The other one's 12.8. So you definitely a little bit thicker. That's because of the movement. There's no doubt the difference is in a Rolex, better steel, better movement. But this comes with a pretty good movement, and it comes with the 300. It is an NH35. So it is a good watch that matches up with the Rolex Submariner. And it looks really close. Okay, let's go on to the next one. The Tudor Black Bay 58. Everybody talks about this watch. And what are we talking about when we talk about this watch? 200 meters of water resistance. Let's look at some of the specs. First of all, let's look at price. $3,595. One of the things I forgot to mention in the one before, and I should have done this on the steel dive. Did you see the steel dive price? $74.18. Big difference between the $10,000 and $74. So here we go, Tudor Black Bay. So it's a nice looking watch, but here is San Martin's version. And it's 200 meters. It is a 40. So it's 1 millimeter off, but the thickness is 11.95, and we looked at 11.9. So you would get something very similar with this San Martin SN0008 DG-C. And the San Martin does come in different colors of $158. Let's go on to the Rolex Explorer 2. I think this is a gorgeous watch. I have other videos comparing different models, but I had to bring this one up. Explorer 2 with the white dial, date window. Let's just look at it's a 42. It's only 100 meters of water resistance. The thickness is 12.5, but they run anywhere here from 8,000, 7,000 for the black, just to give you an idea. So, who did I go to? Pagani. Now this is version 4. This comes with a better movement than some other versions, but this is the choice you have to make. If you don't want to be, if you want to match, this one is not a 42 millimeter. It's the same 100 meter water resistance. So this one with a better movement is a 40 millimeter diameter. But you can go to a 42. Usually it's version 3, might be version 2. You do have choices under Pagani. They have made improvements to the movement since version 1. But if you want to be dead on size, they do offer a 42 millimeter with the same 100 meters of water resistance. So something to consider for 67. You know, you're dropping a lot of zeros here when you're going for a budget watch. These are nice. Check out my other videos if you're interested. This Longines Zulu Time, Spirit Zulu Time, is more of a recent something that has come onto budget watches. As you can see, the price here is about $3,150. Has a very distinctive look. You can get it in multiple colors. It's a little on the thick side, 13.9. But here we go, Pagani design. For about $180, you can have something very, very similar to this watch. Just look at the specs. It's a 40 instead of a 42, so it's a little bit. It's an NH34A. It is not as chunky as the Longines at 12.4. That was 13. So you would go down in size, even though that says 14. That's a pretty close watch to the Longines Zulu Time. Something to consider. And did we say the price? Yep, we did. $180. Definitely less than the price of a regular. Now I'm going to do this Glashütte CQ. This is a very popular 6,800. It's got a very distinctive look, as you can see. They're $7,000. They do come in some different colors, but let's look at the specifications here. It's a 39.5, 12.15 thick, and it is a 200 meter. So what's comparable? Ooh, that blue with the gold is almost $10,000. Well, Sea Stern. This looks a lot like it. It comes in multiple colors as a Sea Stern. It has a clasp that has a micro adjust, which is always nice. And let's look at the specs. Same 200 meters, 39 millimeters, wow, and 12 thickness. And look at that with the gold, the same gold. If I go back and take a look, look at that, the gold, the letter, the numbering of that $10,000, and Sea Stern has it. And did we show the price? We did. $151. So that is kind of an amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video of matching up expensive watches with value watches off Aliexpress. There's no doubt the quality of a Swiss maker of a watch or a German watch that's handcrafted or made and it's $6,000, and the steel and everything else is going to be of a higher quality. No doubt about it. But if you're looking for a budget alternative and you don't want to spend the money, but you want to try something that's very similar, that looks like it, there you go. Thought I would do this video. I found it interesting. I found it interesting of how close you can come with these watches to what they look like, with not the same branding, not exactly the same, slightly different. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe helps me out. I really appreciate it.